Hello and welcome back! It is Gauntlet of Greatness time once again. Shadow and I are enjoying our tour of the Pauper metagame. It's actually pretty sweet.
It has been fun.
I mean, all the decks are interesting. None of them are truly broken, so you get all these sort of interesting interchanges. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're in the top 8. We're rounding out the left side of the bracket, so we're going to be playing Tron versus Stompy. Two of the heavy hitters in the Pauper metagame, from what I've been led to believe anyway. Here you get our first look at the Tron deck, voted in for one of the buys. It's got the Tron, of course. It's got Expedition Map to go get it. The trick is figuring out what you're going to do with all that mana when you only have commons to choose from. So Ulamog's Crusher was common. That's your big finisher. Like, you don't get Ulamog, you don't get Emrakul, you get an Ulamog's Crusher. That's just what you get. Okay, fair enough. Fangren Marauder is the kind of secretly, quietly good guy, especially in this matchup. All these artifacts that the deck wants to play anyway, just to try to make the colored mana work, get sacrificed. And 5 life is not an insignificant amount of life, so this guy's kind of a beast. Pun very much intended. And Muldrifter, also amazing. You just cast Muldrifters and draw cards. And that's just a thing that's good. And your mana, all your lands tap for multiple mana, so you have time to do it. Super awesome. Meanwhile, red to keep the weenie creatures at bay. And then Rolling Thunder is often the finisher. Like, you can definitely roll for double digits, which I did in a practice match. It was fun, Shadow. Fun for me.
It was fun for half of the people playing, that's for sure, and that's all that matters.
It was really, I mean, if you count the creatures, it was fun for like 1/6 of the people playing. Because they all died, and then you died, but yes.
All of these words are true.
So, I mean, this Stompy deck is good. Like, it comes out fast, it hits hard. Bone Splitters and Rancors and 1-drops and Pit Skulk is hard to block. There's a bunch of giant growth effects. I don't know about this matchup for Stompy, though, Shadow.
Oh, I know. I do not look forward to its chances.
Well,
and I'm the optimist for the decks that I am playing.
Well, let's play it for real. I've got a match hosted. Come fight me.
I'm coming to fight you. Maybe I still have Delver in there. So I think I can beat you with Delver.
Well, good luck. I'll meet you on Skype. We'll talk after.
Sounds good. Salute.
Alright, here we go. So I have Mine, Tower, Expedition Map. So I have Tron. I have no way to fix my colored mana, but I have a Crusher. Yeah, I'm going to keep. Obviously, I'm hoping for something that'll give me colored mana. But what are you going to do? Maybe I'll natural draw power plant. I can use Expedition Map to go get a Shimmering Grotto. Color mana would be nice. Huh. I have to get Tron part though, right? Yeah, that's my only chance. I mean, I'm set up for turn 4 Crusher with any land. And any kind of Chromatic Sphere turns out. Yeah, alright. This is a little scary. Not gonna lie. Six is a real clock. I have the Tron, but Ugh! Chromatic Sphere, excellent. Now I have something to do with it. So I can cast a 6. I think it's gotta be Muldrifter. Seems better than Ancient Stirrings here. I mean, being able to block is a thing. And I'm drawing multiple cards to hopefully find any kind of colored mana sources, like a chromatic sphere. Excellent. Alright, just gotta stay alive. So what is this? I can trade with a Pit Skulk here. Yeah, I mean, Rancors are annoying. Giant Growths are annoying. I whiffed on lands off that Muldrifter. Kind of like to play land next turn, not gonna lie. Oh, I'm snap trading. There's no question. Groundswell. Oh, he's targeting not the one that I'm blocking. So I'm taking 8. It's a thing. Come on, deck. Ugh, I didn't really want another Muldrifter. So he's got 5 power. I feel like Oracle is better than Muldrifter. Yeah, I see the same cards. And I don't think I can afford to pop this Chromatic Sphere for Chainer's Edict or Firebolt. That's just not a thing I can afford to do. Because that's not good enough. So I want to play a blocker and try to get a creature that can block onto the board, and then in addition find some way to fix my colored mana further. Is Ancient Stirrings more likely? No. Alright. Gonna sack for blue. Hit me! First shot. There's another Chainer's Edict. That doesn't help. And those don't help. Wow. We didn't find a single land, like the entire game. We kept 2 land and an expedition map and whiffed on lands the entire game. Including Muldrifter. Wow, we drew... we saw 6 extra cards. 17 cards gone from our library. And now we just lose. Like, I'm just discarding 2 cards and dying. That sucks. If I somehow get another turn... There's no way I'm casting multiple Chainer's Edicts. Or multiple Muldrifters. The second Ancient Stirrings. Wow. Yikes. I mean, I lose to a Giant Growth in all versions of this turn sequence, so I think I played it correctly. Just get super unlucky. I mean, maybe Stirrings works out. Well, but what does work out mean? Work out means I'm in the same board state, but with, like, a Prophetic Prism for next turn. I felt like I needed to impact the board twice this turn to survive. I think there's so... He's got 4 cards in his hand. I know they're not land, because he's been bouncing that 1 land. Yeah, he's been sitting on 1 land forever, so... He's got spells in his hand. Me putting 1 thing onto the board was not going to win that game. Alright. Any Giant Growth kills. God, if I block... I can block and kill Young Wolf, but then his clock goes up. But then I've slogged my way through it? think I take 3. I'm very surprised to be alive. He's just holding more creatures? Probably good enough. Come on, deck. Yes, I know I have... I literally can't cast a spell. Wow. Unbelievable. Crazy. Okay. These things happen sometimes. Yeah. I don't regret any of my decisions. Edict is terrible. We've upgraded it with better removal spells. This is not a matchup where Crusher is good, and I'm not taking out any of my color fixing stuff. I think the cheap burn is good. Do I shave a Fangren Marauder? I mean, it's good, but it's pretty expensive. Muldrifter can be evoked in a pinch. He's my finisher, though. I feel like it's Muldrift. Maybe it's Muldrifter? Trickery's worth it, right? It's gotta be. Yep, I'm gonna try it this way. I think the Marauder's better than the Muldrifter. I don't think Evoking's gonna come up that much. Alright, 2 Urza Parts and a Prophetic Prism. That's gotta be a keeper. This is not a deck where Ancient Stirrings is at its best, huh? It's like first you have to find the mana to cast it. Then it lets you go fishing. I guess I've drawn a lot of Expedition maps in my game, so there must be draws where you have colored mana but you need Urza Tron. I just haven't played that game yet. Yep. My first interaction as it sits is a turn 3 Flame Slash, which is less than ideal, but we're just going to draw a mine right here. Yoink! That's not a mine. We can Flame Slash twice next turn, though, so that's fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, we gotta update the score. Stompy's got a game here. Could have a pretty big upset if we pull out of this. Interesting. So I have all the colored mana in the world, which means I just burn through this chromatic sphere. Yeah, I mean, this is Flame Slash, Flame Slash. It's just a question of whether Just a question of the sequencing. Oh, I see. I should pop the chromatic sphere because I can draw an Urza part. Did not. Funny. Uses the you can't target me version, which means I can't follow up with another Flame Slash. I might have to Flame Slash the Nettle Sentinel. Or do I Ancient Stirrings? I drew Ancient Stirrings. So I get to do one of them. Not both. I think it's Flame Slash. Second Ancient Stirrings next turn for approximately the same impact. Yep, alright. Okay, it's a little annoying. I have to kill him twice. More Pit Skulks, fair enough. Alright, this is pretty clearly a Stirrings, right? So I'm gonna start. What do I tap for mana? If let's say I come up with a mine, then I'm gonna want to play Muldrifter, and I'm gonna need colored mana to do it. And if I don't, then I'm gonna want to play Ancient Stirrings. 1, 2. I can't Muldrifter. All right, fine. So I tap Power Plant for the green. Came up with a Power Plant and a Sphere. So the rest of this turn is going to consist of an Ancient Stirrings and then hoping. So I have 2 color fixtures, so if I come up with it, I can cast my Rolling Thunder. This Chromatic Sphere isn't required for color fixing, but it is a cantrip. But if I play the Power Plant this turn as my land for the turn, then I can find a mine for next turn. It feels like I need this Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, I can even pop it before the Stirrings. Yeah, alright, fine. Seagate Oracle, great. We found the mine. Excellent. I don't think I can afford to guard against Thermokarst. I'm just going to play it. That way I like life. I enjoy life more if I top deck an Urza part next turn. So I have 2, 4, I have 7 mana, and I can wash 2 into red. So I can roll for 5 next turn. No, I can roll for 6. Ranker makes it harder to ignore Young Wolf. Oh, the Gleeful Sabotage. Alright. He's cutting off Rolling Thunder. Little does he know, I have ye old-fashioned Shimmering Grotto. So if I play the Grottos, yeah, I can roll for 5. So I just kill everything. Young Wolf is Undying, but I just put up with that, right? And then it becomes 4/2 Undying, but I can block it with a Muldrifter. Yeah, I think I kill everything. And then I kill everything, I get attacked for 4. He's on 0 cards. Yeah, I can't afford... There are no games I can play with the Young Wolf. He says, no, I turned that off. Yeah, I saw you try to. It's a good play by him. I mean, I won't get this game won yet. Not even close. Ancient Stories. I think it's Muldrifter. Like, Muldrifter trades for Young Wolf. If he hasn't drawn a Giant Growth, then I take 2 and survive. It's gotta be the play. Am I popping a Chromatic Sphere to get there? So I have 7, I have 9 mana. Or I have 7, 2 of which is colored. The question is, can I also play Seagate Oracle to soak up trample damage? That's what I want to do. So if I have 7, 2 of which is blue... Oh, it's complicated. I think... I also have Ancient Stirrings. So that, if I tap Shimmering Grotto, then I can cast Muldrifter. Or I can trap Power Plant to play Chromatic Sphere, pop it, Muldrifter with 1 left. I think that's better. Funny. Well, let's see what we get with this guy. Definitely feel like I had to slog through the Undying trigger there. I don't think that's... I think that's just true. I did not draw a land, which means I cannot add Seagate Oracle to the team. Which means I'm going to pop this for an Ancient Stirrings. Let's see if we get anywhere. A tower still plays Oracle. Jesus. Mine lets me play a 2-mana spell. Gives me 3 mana. Yeah, all I can do is play the Lens and the Star. So I'm still going to be dead to up the +4 card. Alright, what do I want from here? Pretty sure I want the Mine. Yeah, I'm going to take the Mine. So close to adding Seagate Oracle. And yet so far. I mean, I can't beat Giant Growth. That is, I can't beat Groundswell. I can beat actual Giant Growth. No. Yeah, I lose to Giant Growth. He played a land really quickly. I'm not happy about this. Exactly, Groundswell. That's the card I knew I... Oh, man. I spent that whole turn trying not to lose to Groundswell. And I lose to Groundswell. Again, I don't think I did anything wrong. Every decision I made was in an effort to get more toughness onto the table. And I couldn't find it. Wow. Good beats. You got me, Shadow.
Good game, sir. Stompy comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't find... I was doing everything I could on that last turn just to get more toughness onto the table. I felt like you had one turn to come up with land Groundswell, and if you don't do it immediately, then I'm just going to stabilize the board and take over.
I was worried that if I didn't draw land there or another Giant Growth, because I had Groundswell in my hand.
Okay. Yeah, two Groundswells, but no land works. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a ton of Giant Growths in this, so like it could have been any of that, because I had Groundswell in my hand, but
sure.
As soon as I drew the land, I just slapped that down.
Yeah, I was too quick. As soon as you played it so quickly, I knew I was dead. Timing tells.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any thinking to do, right? I'm like, oh, if I draw land, the game ends. And I drew a land, so the game ended. So someone in chat was talking about leaving the wolf alive with your Rolling Thunder, and I'm not sure you die if you leave it alive.
Yeah, they're also talking about playing the 1/3, which, I mean, I have the Seagate Oracle in my hand, but if I play the 1/3, I don't kill the young wolf. I just, like, I can soak up a point of trample. Actually, it doesn't even turn out to matter.
It doesn't matter in this case, right? It
doesn't matter in this case, but I want to be able to kill the young wolf. Like,
I don't know, like, you have Firebolt in your hand, you have other things that auto-kill it, because honestly, I probably also do the damage to it. And sure, it means that you took an extra 2 points of damage, which is exactly what you need to take to die, because it was a 2/2 for 2 turns. But, like, I'm pretty sure I kill it too, because I've got cards in my hand that will trade with it, and then you just have to hope no Giant Growth, because Giant Growths kill you anyway, you're just too low.
Right.
You forgot to draw your 5/5 that lets you gain 5 life every time you take a turn.
I had plenty of him in the first game.
Oh.
Nah, that's not even true. My hand was like 9 colored spells. It was crazy in the first game. Like,
Can you discard the first game?
I went
Did
to
I see
yes. Turn 4, I had the entire Urzatron assembled. I did not play a land, and then I discarded twice. That was my turn 4.
Wow. Wow. And this game, I'm like, I'm so smart. I'm turning off Rolling Thunder. I'm gonna.
No, what's smart?
I'm gonna win.
Covered, but it was still smart.
I'm like, this is what I need to do. Then I can survive another turn. You're like,
you have 0 cards in your hand. I feel like killing the young wolf. I have to slog through the young wolf. Like, the thing is, like, I'm gonna have to kill it twice. That's just how this matchup works.
So why not do it once for free?
Why not do it once right now while I have the ability to kill it? Like, I take 1 more damage, and then on the next turn, I guess I know you have a Rancor, so I'm committed to taking 2 damage. I guess I'm paying 2 life to kill it.
Paying 2 life to kill it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm paying 2 life to kill it once, which only matters if you come up with Land Groundswell.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think I still kill it. In your spot, I kill it absolutely every day, all day.
I feel like I got pretty unlucky with between the Ancient Stirrings and the... Like, all I need to do is Ancient Stirrings for an Urza piece, and I can then add the 1/3 to the board in addition. And I whiffed. I had to take something else. And then the second Ancient Stirrings had an Urza piece, but now I'm 1 mana short of being able to actually get the 3 mana Oracle down.
I like your deck. Like, I think your deck is fun.
The colored mana is hella janky.
Yeah.
It is so janky. And, like, you're trying to fix with this Ancient Stirrings, but your colored mana is terrible. I'm not convinced it's built exactly correctly, but it's great fun. Deck seems cool. I mean, I would happily run it back. I'm disappointed it got knocked out. I think it was better than your deck, too, but...
I think so. I think I got lucky.
Yeah, I think you got lucky, too. I felt like, yeah. I mean, the practice match was a 2-0 blowout for Tron, and both of those were like Tron got incredibly unlucky and almost pieced it together anyway.
Yep.
Oh well. It's Magic. These things happen.
This is true.